Hi, welcome to today's Vinyasa flow. For today's practice, all you're gonna want is 2 blocks or a thick sturdy book. Shoebox works just fine. And we're actually gonna get started seated on one of those blocks. Now we're gonna start in a hero's pose. If this does not feel good in your knees, you are welcome just to take an easy seat. But what I like to do is take the block between my heels at a medium or low setting, and then tuck your toes, knees pointed forward. Take a moment to check in, gently squeezing your shoulder blades. We'll take our cat-cow from this position. So on an inhale, interlace your hands, fingertips or palms pressing up towards the sky. Inhale, hands fall back, heart lifts. Exhale, round forward, hands forward. Inhale for cow, arching that back. Exhale for cat, rounding the spine. Give yourself a few more rounds here, following a pace that feels good for you. Almost feeling like you're over-exaggerating those motions. Pausing next time you come back to neutral, hands to the lap, and then shift that block out from under you. Coming to a tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, right knee lifts off the mat, keeping your toes flexed, heel up towards the sky. You are welcome to stay here, or left arm reaches forward and then sweeps back for tiger pose. You might be able to grasp that foot. Maybe you just stay reaching. Give yourself a full breath here, belly soft towards the mat. As you're ready, release, hand to the mat, toes extend behind you, left knee spins perpendicular off the mat. Left hand plants, right arm opens to the sky, modified side plank. Pressing into that left foot first, making sure that's part of your base. Slowly shift your weight forward, left foot comes off the mat, flexing your toes, little mini half moon action. You are welcome to stay here, or bending that back knee, hand finds the foot. Walk your hand to the big toe side of the foot. Foot kicks into hand. Hand resists foot. I think I kept saying your left foot was extended. It's your right foot that's in your hand. That's fine. We'll even out on the other side, wherever you are. Breathing here. Next breath, release. Right foot back to the mat, right hand to the sky, hand back to the mat, tabletop. Tiger pose on the other side. Left knee lifts off the mat, finding that engagement in the core first. Right arm reaches forward. Welcome to stay here, or right hand reaches back for that foot. Tiger pose on this side. Belly soft towards the mat, crown of the head reaches forward. Full breath here. And release, left toes extend long behind you. Right hand to the mat, right knee spins perpendicular. Modified side plank on this side. Right hand plants, left arm lifts to the sky. Breathing here. Working around Teton as much as I can. You are welcome to stay here, or bring your left foot off the mat, mini half moon, flexing the toes, engaging that outer leg. Pause here, then bend your back knee, hand to foot, walk your hand to the big toe side of the foot. Foot kicks into the hand, gentle back bend as your belly reaches forward. Crown of the head reaches back slightly. Full breath here. And release, toes to the mat, hand to the mat. Then make your way back to that typical tabletop shape. Walking your hands forward about a handprint. Tuck your toes and lift your knees for downward facing dog. Had to get my notes out from under Teton. Taking a few moments here to bend the knees, pedaling out. Maybe shifting your hips side to side. Any movement that feels good. Taking that shorter and wider stance for down dog. Walk your feet in and out. Right hand comes to the outside of your left ankle. Adjusting your stance however you need to. pressing into that left hand in the mat. Heels reach towards the mat. Next breath, release, hand back to the mat. Left hand outside of right ankle or right calf area. Breathe here. Next breath, left hand back to the mat. Return to that typical down dog shape. Inhale to bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale for a half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, working with that breath. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute, extend tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Adding on, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your heart for cobra. Elbows hug the side body. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, press up to your plank, toes or knees. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog or tabletop or child's for just a few rounds of breath. Wherever feels good for you. On your next inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, pinky spiral in. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale for chaturanga or the mat. Inhale for up dog or cobra, tops of feet to the mat. Exhale, back to down dog. 3 rounds of breath here, hips lifting towards the sky. Heels reach towards the mat. Pressing into both hands equally. Next, inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale for a half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Side stretches here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Left arm comes down the left side body. Right arm continues to reach. You can stay right here or start to shift your weight to the left foot. Right foot becomes light. Maybe that toe taps. Maybe it lifts off the mat, starting with a balance challenge. Full breath here. Come back to center. Both arms lift. Other side, right arm down the side body, left arm overhead. Welcome to stay here or weight shift to the right foot. Left toes touch. Maybe they extend. Breathe here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, airplane arms, palms face down, squeeze your triceps. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms reach towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping your left foot back for star, opening to the side of the mat, toes parallel to the front of the mat, and then pull your heels in, sink down for goddess. Weight is in the blade edges of your feet and your heels, helping your knees to track out. Hands come to the inside of the knees, helping just a bit more. Add in some shoulder dips. Exhale, right shoulder dips down. Inhale to center. Exhale, left shoulder dips. Inhale to center. Give yourself a few more rounds on either side. Taking your time, lingering wherever it feels good. Evening out on either side from wherever you are. We'll meet in center and goddess when you're ready. Weight is in your heels. Almost feels like you're tucking your tailbone under just a bit. It's natural to want to stick your booty out just a bit. Full breath here. Inhale, extend to star, legs lengthen, heart pulls forward. Exhale, come back to the top of the mat, Tadasana. Inhale, arms extend towards the sky. Exhale, press your left foot into the mat. Right knee lifts off the mat, standing balance. Welcome to keep your arms extended for a bit more of a challenge, or draw your hands to heart center. Hinge forward, warrior 3. Slowly that right leg extends long behind you, crown of the head reaches forward. Hands can stay where they are, or airplane arms, open hands by your hips. A little deeper version, interlace your fingers behind your low back. Press your knuckles towards that back heel. Full breath wherever you are. Slowly release, bend into your front knee, fingertips lift, arms frame the face. Exhale, cactus arms, elbows pull down, heart lifts. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, extend. Exhale, one more cactus. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center, coming out the same way we got in. Shift your weight forward. Lift into warrior 3. Flexing your back toes, however high they are off the mat. Slowly hinge forward. Standing balance, right knee pulls back to the chest. Flex your toes. Slowly release right foot to the mat. Give yourself a moment of stillness here. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Other side, shifting your weight to your right foot. Arms extend. Inhale, lift your left foot off the mat. Gentle flex in the toes, knees at 90 degrees. Finding that balance here first. Great balancing pose to build some strength around that ankle. Hands come to heart center or stay extended for a challenge. Left leg extends long behind you. Warrior 3, crown of the head reaches forward. Imagining that capital T shape, even if your body doesn't quite look like it. Hands can stay at the heart, open to airplane arms, or clasp behind the low back, almost like you're finding a little cobra shape in that upper body. Wherever you need to be, full round of breath. Slow release into that crescent. Ball of the back foot lands, fingertips lift. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach tall once more. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward. Warrior 3, nice and slow as you get there, taking your time to find that shape. Then as you're ready, hinging forward. Left knee hugs back towards the chest. Give yourself a moment here. Left foot slowly lowers to the mat. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Inhale, arms reach up. Maybe you look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands to the mat. Step or hop back to plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, meet back and down dog. Inhale, sweep right leg to the sky. Exhale, right foot between your hands, back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat, arms at shoulder height, warrior two. Great time to take care. Block is at its highest setting towards the top of the mat. You might use it, you might not. Inhale, both palms flip up, straighten your front leg. Exhale, sink back to warrior two. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Few more rounds here, working with your pace of breath. Focusing here on keeping the integrity in each pose. It's easy just to want to flow through this, as fun as that looks. But taking your time, arms extend, then like you're pressing through water back to warrior two. Working with your breath. Pause next time you get to warrior two. Making our way to half moon first. Start to shift your weight forward. You might just tap the block and practice teeter-tottering your weight. Maybe your hand plants. Left leg extends long behind you. Gaze can be down at the block or off to the side, up towards your extended arm if you're really feeling a balance challenge. You're welcome to stay here. If you'd like to play with half moon without the block, reaching your fingertips towards the floor, using that right foot to anchor down. Wherever you are, full round of breath. As you're ready, bend into your front knee, return to warrior two. Gaze soft over your front fingertips. Breathe in, breathe out. We'll go to half moon once more, shifting your weight forward. Again, maybe starting with that block. You are welcome to just teeter-totter, stay in half moon, or if you'd like to take sugar cane, bending that extended leg, hand comes to the outside of the foot, walks to the big toe side of the foot, foot kicks into hand, creating a bit of a back bend. As much space between your heel and your glute as is available for you. Breathe here. If you're feeling fancy, want to try it without the block, you are welcome to. Maybe. Ooh. Falling in and out of it as you need to. Next breath, wherever you are, slow release back to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step back to a plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, meet back in downward facing dog. Full round of breath between sides here. Inhale, sweep left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Warrior two on the other side. Back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Starting with a strong base here. Inhale, palms flip up, straighten that front leg. Exhale, back to warrior two. Again, working with those pulses at your pace of breath. Keeping that integrity here. Even if your right calf is still a little fiery from supporting you on that other side. Taking your time. Pausing next time you're naturally in that warrior two. Gaze is soft over your front fingertips. Shifting into your version of half moon. Playing with that balance here. Maybe you just shift the weight. Maybe you use the block. Maybe you play with releasing the block. Maybe you've already fallen in and out 7 or 8 times. That is totally fine. Wherever you are, give yourself a moment. Next breath, bend into your front knee, return to warrior two. Soft gaze over the front fingertips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Returning to half moon once more. Finding that shape wherever that means for you. Can stay here or to take sugar cane, back knee bends, hand to the outside edge of the foot, walk it to the big toe side of the foot, foot kicks into hand, hand resists foot. So we're opening the quad here, opening the right shoulder, a little mini back bend, and balancing. So a lot happening here. Wherever you are, you're doing great. Give yourself another moment, embracing whatever shape you are on this side. Next breath, slowly return to warrior two. Soft gaze over your front fingertips. Use the wall if you need to, and then cartwheel your hands to the mat. Stepping back to that plank position. Inhale in plank. Exhale for chaturanga or the mat. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, meet back in downward facing dog. Full round of breath here. As you're ready, shift forward to plank position, toes or knees. Entire exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Preparing for bow pose here. Now, if you know that doesn't feel great in your body, you are welcome to take a sphinx or just stay here, forehead resting on the mat. If you're coming into bow, hands come back by your hips, heels bend towards your glutes. Hands grab the outer edge of your feet. Inhale, press into the mat. Feet kick into the hands, lifting into bow pose. Noticing if your knees want to splay wide, keeping them hugged tight behind your body. Next breath, slowly lower down. Extending your legs, press back to a child's pose. Hey, buddy. Knees as wide or as narrow as feels good for you. Forehead can rest on the mat or create a little pillow with your hands here. Forehead resting on back of palms as elbows are out towards the side. Breathe here. Using your next round of breath, slowly make your way back to a seated position. Swiping your heels out from under your seat. Find a wide leg forward fold. So this is where you may want 2 blocks, you may just want 1. Taking your legs as wide as feels good for you. Doesn't have to be the widest stance ever. Heels press into the mat, toes to the sky. Feeling a little sensation along the inner thighs, but not pain. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge forward. Maybe resting your elbows on the block. Maybe it feels better to rest your elbows on 2 blocks. Or if the mat is available for you, go for it. This pose is often referred to as pancake. I have never looked flat enough to be called a pancake, but you get it. That's what we can be working towards. So find whatever shape feels best for your body today. Gently flexing those toes up towards the sky. Give yourself a moment here. Next breath, lifting your upper body out of the shape. Keep your base. You can bring the block to the inside of your thigh, or you might not need it. Right thigh, I should say. Inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, right arm comes to the block. Left arm reaches overhead, or right arm to the floor if that's available, left arm overhead. Focus here is the heart pulling forward. So your left shoulder might want to dip down. Keep that heart pulling forward. Length along the left side body. One more breath right here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, other side, using the block or no block. Left hand to the inside of that leg. Right arm overhead. Right shoulder gently pulls back to keep that heart pulling forward. Give yourself a moment here, using the weight of that arm to create space between the ribs on the right side of the body. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, one more forward fold. Hands fall where they may. Here for just a round of breath. Inhale, lift back to center. Bending your knees, soles of the feet come to the mat first. Then bring your knees back together. Lowering down to your back. Taking a twisted roots variation. Hips, shoulder, head all supported here. Arms out to a T or a cactus shape. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky and then bends over that right knee like you're seated in a chair. Maybe you even wrap your right toes around the left calf. Wherever you are, right knee falls towards the left. Keeping that twisted variation. Now, if this just doesn't feel good, uncross your legs, stacking your knees in our typical reclined twist. Adjusting however you need to. Gaze can be at the sky or over that right shoulder. Breathe here. Waiting for your next inhale. Use that to slowly guide yourself back to center. Unwinding the legs. Then this time, left reaches up towards the sky, left knee bends over right. Maybe you tuck your left toes behind the right calf, maybe not. Then allow the knees to fall towards the right. Gazing over your left shoulder. Breathe here. Adjusting however you need to on this side of your body. Allow yourself to soften. Inhale, come back to center. Unwinding, take your time here. Hug your knees into your chest. Then find your expression of happy baby. Maybe hands find the outer edges of the feet or the heels or grabbing anywhere along the shins. Not crown of the feet, soles of the feet facing up towards the sky. Low back pressing into the mat. Imagining your knees pulling towards your armpit area, towards the mat. Give yourself a few rounds of breath right here. Next inhale, knees hug into the chest. Arms wrap around the shins, tight yogi hug, forehead up to the knees before you extend into Shavasana. Legs extend long, arms hang heavy by your side. Taking up as much space here as feels good. Scan your body to see where you can soften. Eyebrows slide away from each other. Tongue pulls away from the roof of the mouth. Eyes are soft or closed. Your only job is to breathe here. Body can remain still. If it feels good and is available to you today, you are more than welcome to stay in this place of rest. If it's time to close out your practice, start with deepening your inhales and exhales. Add in gentle movement as it feels good, wiggling the fingers and toes. Maybe rock the head side to side. And when you're ready, make your way to a fetal position on either side, pausing for just a moment before you press back up to a comfortable, easy seat. Eyes can stay soft or closed here, feeling into some gratitude. Made time for yourself, honored your body with movement and with rest, reminding ourselves of that continued importance. We'll close with a collective breath. Can exhale to prepare. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, draw your hands back to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for being part of this rad community. Teton and I both hope you have a lovely day.